broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, everyone. This is Noah St. John, inventor of Affirmations, author of The Secret Code of Success, and creator of Thought Leader Formula. And I am excited to have you here on our special exclusive webinar tonight with my good friend, that handsome guy you see on the screen there, Ray Higdon, who is the founder of Pro Blog Academy. And our topic tonight is how to get more leads, how to dominate your niche using blog mastery. And if anyone is a mastery of blogging and blog marketing, it is my good friend Ray Higdon. And you'll learn all about him. He's got an amazing background, an incredible story. It's very moving, and I'm sure he'll share some of that with you tonight. But we have a lot of folks here on the call, on the webinar, and we are recording tonight. So, but I really encourage you to get out a pen and paper or get out some notes that you can take if it's on your computer. I want you to shut down your email, shut down all the other things, you know, Twitter and Facebook and all those other thingies. Turn the TV off and really focus here tonight. Be with us. You deserve to take some time, carve some time out of your busy schedule right now because you've already taken the time. So please give yourself the gift of attention. This is not for me. It's not for Ray. We don't need your attention. You deserve. This is a gift for you, for your business, for your growth, for your legacy, for your lifestyle. So please do yourself a favor. Give Ray and me your full attention right now. Believe me, you'll be more than compensated in this webinar tonight. So without any further ado, let me introduce to you blog marketing expert, my dear good friend, Ray Higdon. Ray, welcome to the webinar.
Hey, thank you so much. Can you hear me, Noah?
Yeah, just fine. Audio's great.
All right, yay! That's awesome. And I'm honored to be on here, Noah. I've been a student of yours and just a big fan of yours for a long time, and appreciate all the things you do for the industry and how much you really care about impacting individuals. And I just appreciate you having me on here, man.
Well, thank you, Ray. That's an honor, and right back at you. I'm a student of yours as well, and I know we'll be talking about that too in a little bit. So it's nice to have, as you know, experts are students first, and that's our job to keep on the cutting edge, the leading edge, and certainly that describes you. So we're really excited about tonight and all the stuff, all the great information material you have for us. So go ahead and take it away, and let's rock and roll.
Cool. Well, first of all, I just want to congratulate you for taking time out of your schedule to be on this webinar tonight. Those of you who are attending, I'm just gonna share with you how I get a lot of leads, how you can get more leads, whether you're a home-based business entrepreneur, whether you're a network marketer, whether you're a speaker, coach, whatever it is that you are, whatever your product or service. I'm going to share with you my 5 steps to get more online leads, and using a system that just absolutely works. And I'm just curious, and just so you know, this is going to be interactive. Okay, I love and I've been known to reward interaction. So I want you to pay attention here, like Noah was saying, and we're going to talk about this. So first of all, just curious, what would an additional 5 to 10 leads a day mean to you? Mean to your family, for your business? What, throw me a word or two. Type in the little questions there. What would that mean for you?
And everybody, you can type in your questions in the chat box or in the question box. Feel free to type those in as Ray is speaking. And yeah, that's a great question to start off with. Go ahead, Ray.
Yeah. Okay, so freedom. All right, I see freedom. I see a working business. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Now, what if they were targeted leads? What more potential buyers? Absolutely. What if they were targeted leads that actually wanted to talk to you? And like Noah said, in the bottom right-hand corner, you're going to have a place where you can actually type in a question. And so we're going to be interacting today via raising hands, via typing questions. And so I just love your participation because it tells me I'm on the right track. So yeah, we got Michelle. She's saying more potential buyers. Absolutely. More potential buyers of my book. Congratulations on your book. Growth for my business. Better focus of time. Very, very cool. These are great answers. Got a great audience here tonight. And so what I'm going to do is tonight, I'm going to share with you my 5-step system for how I get a lot of leads using a technology called blogging. And I'm actually pulling from my Pro Blog Academy course. This is a course that maybe you've heard of, maybe you have not. But what I'm going to be doing is pulling from that course, pulling content from the course. Some of you are just going to, take the information that you have here tonight and go and do your thing with it. Others are going to dive deeper, and we will certainly give you an opportunity to do that. And so one of the biggest questions that people ask me is, well, why blog? Why blog? And I'll tell you, I'm going to share with you why I got excited about blogging and why you may decide to get excited about blogging. Well, number one, it brands you as a leader. And let me just ask you this. Let's do a hand raise here. Let me put all of them down. How many of you are already blogging? Anyone out there already blogging? Okay, Michelle's blogging. Okay, Michelle's blogging. Adrian's blogging. We got a couple bloggers on here, and you know what?
Okay.
That's usually what it is. There's usually only a small percentage of people blogging, and what's funny to me is usually the people blogging in the room are the ones getting massive results. Isn't that interesting? It's kind of interesting. So why blog? Number one, it brands you as a leader. You do get more qualified leads. It is an ever-growing asset that increases your income. Because I want you to think about this. Now, I get affiliate checks, I get network marketing signups, I get all kinds of things from blogs I wrote 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I have commissions coming in, and that's what's so powerful. Now, I know a lot of people that they focus on email marketing. Well, let me ask you this. When's the last time you went through your inbox and read an email from 2 years ago? Can I get a never? Right? You never do that.
Exactly.
We get so much new email every single day. We don't go do that. But what we do is we go online, we search to solve our problem, we search to answer our question, and that's where blogs typically show up. And so you have, every time you make a deposit into that online asset, it is growing for you. It's growing your footprint online so that you have more fishing lines in the water to get more leads. And receive bigger commission checks, financial freedom, and of course more sales. And I'm going to share with you a little bit about myself, and I'm not going to go on and on, but I think if you go to a gym or a fitness club and you're looking to invest some time with a trainer, you want to know that they know maybe more than you, or at least can help you get results because they have results. And so I just want to share some information about myself with you because of that. I'm not just a blogger. I'm not just an affiliate marketer, internet marketer. I'm also the #1 income earner in my network marketing company. I did legitimately go from zero to $40,000 a month in under 7 months by following the principles I cover in the Pro Blog Academy. Now, the kind of asterisk by that $40,000 a month is that is residual. That is not a one-hit wonder. That's not 1 month it was miraculous and that's what I no. That is residual income that I've been able to generate by following the steps that I cover in ProBlog. I'm the founder of the Forever Wealth Club, international speaker and coach. And right now, and I'm actually going to show you some stats because I like show and tell. I'm averaging between 26 to 36,000 unique visitors every single month to my blog for free with no pay-per-click. Okay, that's all free traffic. Let me ask you, how many people would like that amount of free traffic, right? Let me see some hands here. Would anybody like some free traffic?
My hands up. Yeah, there they come. There they are.
Cool.
Yeah, hello.
Well, I'm
Nice.
gonna share with you. I'm gonna share with you exactly how you can do that. Right now, I'm averaging 1.5 to 2 million hits a month to my blog, and there was in my niche. I mean, I mainly am in the network marketing and internet marketing niche. I was rated by audience, by the people, not by anyone else, but by people that visited my blog, the #1 network marketing blog in the industry. And let me ask you this, and I know we always get people from different countries, but how many of you? Let me put the hands down. How many of you have a Barnes and Noble that's close to you? A couple miles away from you.
You want the hands on that one?
Yeah. So
Okay,
cool.
good. Yeah, we're getting a lot of hands. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, with me, I have three in just in any direction. Anywhere I drive, I'm going to pass a Barnes and Noble. And the
Hmm.
neat thing is, this month actually, I was featured in a magazine called Networking Times. They reached out to me, asked to interview me about my online marketing, and that is on the stands at every Barnes and Noble, in the country, in the world, wherever they are, and you can go and check that out. Now, the neat thing is that was totally free publicity, 8 to 9 page layout for free, and that was all because of my blog. Now, here's
Wow.
the other neat thing. Networking Times has 250,000 paid subscribers. Now,
Wow.
that's cool, right? Now
Yeah.
I wouldn't have gotten that if I didn't have an active blog and did it in a certain way, and I'm going to share that with you. Here's some stats. I don't like to just tell you, I like to show you. Okay, and I show you not just, did I just get traffic this month and now I'm, giving you a course on traffic. No, I've been getting pretty consistent traffic all throughout 2011, and here are my stats for 2012. You'll see that they've been ranging anywhere from 26 to 36,000 unique visitors, anywhere from 1.69 to 2 million hits every single month like clockwork. And that is all free traffic. These are stats from this Saturday, actually. Saturday morning,
Mm,
I took these stats, so they've gone up a little bit, but that's real. Now, I'll tell you,
mm.
life wasn't always that way. I didn't always have leads and sales and commissions on autopilot. I went through, like a lot of people, I went through some tough times. Now, back in 2005, I was working at an insurance company. I did not like my job. I left my home before, while the kids were still sleeping. I came home, the kids are still, they were already in bed, and it wasn't the ideal job. I didn't feel like I was making a difference, and it's something that I really, I just didn't enjoy. I didn't enjoy the job. And so a lot of my friends were in real estate. They were killing it. They were making all kinds of money in real estate. And they're like, Ray, you need to come into real estate. And so, I took a little bit of a leap of faith, and I jumped into real estate. And here's what was miraculous. It worked. It actually worked. The books actually helped me make money in real estate, and I did well. I was flipping houses, I was doing rehabs, I was doing this and that, and everything was going well until the market changed. And so the market changed drastically. It was changing slowly, but it really hit me in my business model right in 2008. And so not only did I go from making a lot of money to not making any money, but I also had a ton of overhead. And so very quickly, I found not just some of my real estate properties in foreclosure, I found myself in foreclosure. My own home that I had worked so hard for, I'd put so much money into, and my all the money that I'd made throughout real estate had just went into paying bills. And how many you don't have to say necessarily, but how many can at least identify with what I'm talking about? Maybe
Mm,
somebody, or maybe you were affected by the economy. Yeah,
mm,
it's almost everybody. Almost everyone was affected, and
mhm.
I'll never forget the day. I remember it very, very clearly. I was having a barbecue at my house. There was the doorbell rang. My mom went and got the door, and she came out to the patio. Her face was white, tears were in her eyes, and she was holding something. And I thought someone died. I'm like, oh my God! I'm thinking, racing through my mind, who could have died? Was it grandma? Who is it? And she said, "What's this about?" And she handed me the package that the gentleman had given her at the door, and it was my foreclosure papers.
Mm.
And you see, I didn't share with anyone how bad things were, but that is where I'd been in denial and depression for about a year. And that is where it really hit me. And so, I kind of zoned out. I mean, her lips were moving, her tears were rolling. I didn't hear what she was saying. I felt just crushed with shame, with guilt, with depression, with regret. It was the very worst day of my life. And, a lot of people have had those moments in their life, and you have a choice. You can either roll over and let life trample you. You can curl up in a ball and let life just run all over you, or you can fight. And I decided to fight. I decided to stand up and say, you know what? I am never going to be in this situation again. I am never going to be a helpless victim. I'm not going to let some outside entity dictate my results and my lifestyle. And that's where I decided. And so I got really, really focused on learning how to make money from home. That was my goal. I'm gonna do it from home because I didn't want to go back into a job and spend time away from my family and loved ones. I wanted to fight, and I wanted to do it from home and build a lifestyle that I really wanted. And so I looked at the internet. And so, I started studying different tactics. I started looking at SEO and PPC, LMNOP. I looked at all these different things. And, some of them had qualities and others were just too darn confusing for me. You see, I've never been good with technology. I really struggle with technology. And so I looked at SEO, and that was just way over my head. I looked at PPC, and the two reasons I didn't do pay-per-click is, number one, you need a budget. I didn't have one. I had no money, right? And, at the time, my girlfriend at the time was working at the Nordstrom makeup counter paying my utility bills, and, thank goodness she, I somehow amazingly convinced her to stick around, and she, became my wife. So I'm very, very fortunate there. And then with PPC, I didn't have an advertising budget, and I'm just not a very detail-oriented kind of guy. I'm just not that detail guy. If you tell me to look at metrics and analytics and conversion rates and all this stuff, my eyes roll in the back of my head. I can't do it. But what I did see that made a lot of sense to me was blogging. Here are the search engines. What is it that search engines love? They love two things: relevancy and fresh content. And let me tell you, you're going to see this with all the Google updates. And, I have friends that are SEO experts, and they constantly are telling me, dude, you're doing it right. Because over the next few years, it's going to be even harder to get any amount of traffic from Google, from any of the search engines, unless you're having fresh content. And the very easiest way to do that is a blog. If you can type into a Word document, you can be a blogger. And, and I'll tell you, I'm going to bust a few other myths out there. And I'll tell you, since I made that decision to learn and become a master of blogging, my life has completely changed. And so, here's me and my beautiful wife. There's us honeymooning in Fiji. We went out there for 10 days. I'm sure some of you may be familiar with a gentleman named Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins owns a resort out there called Namale. And it's beautiful, the most romantic. I think someone told me, I've never actually seen the show, but someone told me that it was on The Bachelorette or Bachelor or one of those. And, they're in the middle there, us horseback riding in Namale. Just amazing, amazing experience. I'd highly recommend it to anybody. There's my kids, Brandon and Ethan, and we were able to, from going a good 2 years where I couldn't afford to take them anywhere, was actually able to take them up to New York City, Times Square for Christmas. There's me and my wife on one of 8 vacations that we've won in the last 2 years through blogging. And there's me winning a car, actually, won a car through a network marketing company. And, life has just been so different. But I know anytime that I talk about blogging, people have hangups. They have some certain things that they think about blogging. And, number one, people think you got to be an expert. Well, let me be very clear. I was not an expert. People think you need credibility. Well, why would someone listen to me? Well, that is a very internally focused thing. And actually, in module number 1 of the Pro Blog Academy, I teach you why that doesn't matter. It absolutely doesn't matter. And we give you some strategies, whether you have any credibility at all. Now, some of you, I know authors on here and coaches, you have some credibility, and you can utilize that too. But even if you have zero, it just doesn't matter. Now, and I share that with you exactly how to do that. Some people think you have to write well. Well, I'm the guy, and this, it's not, nothing that my mom is proud about, but, I failed English 4 in high school. My senior year of high school, I had to repeat English in summer school, and I also failed at that. I took 5 years. I was on the 5-year plan for high school. All right, so the good thing, and here's, if you're like that, if you struggled with English, some people are bilingual. I struggle with one language. Okay, and if you're in that department too, here's the neat thing: when you get a lot of traffic, you'll pick up people that are grammar police, and I get corrected on a daily basis. Hey Ray, you might want to make this a conjunction or predicate or whatever. I don't even know the terms, right? But people help you as you continue to write. You don't have to be a professional author. Some people think you need a lot of technical ability. Blogging is. Now, there's a very simple way to get it set up. Once it's set up, it is the simplest technology on planet Earth. It's absolutely so simple. If you can type an email, you can write a blog, and we show you exactly how to do that. And also, a lot of people think you need to know internet marketing. That's just not the case. And so here's some challenges that I know other people are facing. And I'd like some interaction here, because I just want to see, where is it that you feel that you're struggling? I found that a lot of people don't have time. Raise your hand if time is an issue for you. Anyone out there? Yeah. There's quite a few people.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you, more people struggle with time than actual money. You got to understand, time is money, but a lot of people struggle with time, and we know that. We absolutely know that. A lot of people. How many people would like more leads and traffic for whatever product or service you have? I mean, I hope that every single hand should be raised right now, because we all want more leads and traffic. And let me tell you, most people, they go around town, they go to functions, they go on webinars, and they say, I need to make money, I need to make money, I need to make money, I need to make money. Well, to make money, you got to first make sales. To make sales, you got to first get leads. You got to first get leads. That's step number one, is get leads. That's the entire purpose of a blog. And some people, they're talking to unqualified prospects. And this is on the entire scale. I know people that sell $12,000 speaker days. You go there, you spend $12,000, they craft your presentation, they do everything for you, and do you think that they talk to unqualified prospects? Not at all. They only talk to qualified people. And so, how can we craft it so no matter where your product or service is on the financial scale, wherever it is, you only talk to qualified people? We know that that's a challenge for people. A lot of people are challenged because of credibility. Some are technically challenged, and others, you're missing a coach or a mentor. And I'll tell you, I don't care where you are in the game, you always need a coach or mentor. Okay, I continue to invest in coaches and mentors, and that's what you got to stay that student. Even if you're a coach of other people, you're a mentor to other people, you still need to keep your game tight. You need to keep your game up to date. And these are all of the challenges that we know people struggle with. And so to recognizing this, we created a solution. And that solution is the ProBlog Academy, your ticket to wealth and freedom. Now, this is the most turnkey, franchise-like, business-in-a-box system that I've ever seen. I wish that something like this was available when I started, and it's something that we put together, and I'm going to be pulling content from that actual course. Some of you are going to want to dive deeper and actually enroll in the academy, and others are just going to get some value tonight. And so this system it's good for struggling internet or network marketers, good for part-timers, people looking for branding, people that need credibility, stay-at-home moms or dads. I work out of my house, and we're able to generate a very serious income from my home. And I love it because right now we're in the summer months, and so I get to spend all day with the kids. We play in the pool, we play basketball, we take the dogs for a walk. It's awesome. I wanted a good balance. I didn't want to get so tied up that I was spending all my time away from my family. I wanted to work with my family, and actually my sons usually show up to different events that I do, and sometimes they're even on these webinars. They're not tonight, but it's just awesome to be able to do that. And so here, I want to jump into the 5 steps to a successful blog, and you may want to grab a pen and a paper and actually write these down. And I'm going to show you why that's important. That's an important part of the process, is really taking good notes. And so you may want to write these down. And so I'm going to quickly go over them, and then I'm going to go into detail on each and every step for you, so that you can walk away with this with some good value. And some of you may choose to dive deeper. So step number 1 is identify your prospects. Step number 2, set up your blog. Step number 3, create content. Now, some of you are already like, ooh, man, what do I talk about? We have that covered for you. I'm going to share that with you. Step number 4, drive traffic. And step number 5, cash checks. Now, you may see step number 5 and be like, well, cash checks, well, duh, of course I want cash checks. Well, you need to actually put energy into it. You need to create what's called a vacuum, okay? Why should you make a ton of money? Why should you be extremely successful? Well, that's part of the actual process, and I'm going to talk about that. And so, step number one, identify your prospects. Now, this, for many people, this is the most important ingredient. It's the very most important ingredient. And so what I did is in module number 1 of the ProBlog Academy, the two biggest things that I share with you in module number 1 is, number 1, the prospect target matrix. No matter what your product or service is, I teach you how to identify, like you have a magic wand, exactly whose problem your product or service solves. Okay. Now, a lot of times I'm coaching network marketers. Here's the number one issue with network marketers. They can sign up anybody and everybody. Anyone in the world can join a network marketing company. And so who does the network marketer typically market to? Anyone in the world. Well, when you market to anyone and everyone, you get no one. Okay? And so how can we identify exactly who you should be targeting? And I'll tell you, what I do is I guide you through a question-guided sequence on how to identify your prospect, use the prospect target matrix to get your perfect avatar, your perfect person. And so that way you're working with so much more qualified people. It's just very, very powerful. You want to go after the affluent ones. Now, too often, we all, as trainers and coaches, and I'm sure Noah feels the same way, we want to help everybody. Okay, we want to help everyone in the world, and a lot of times there's people that need this type of training. However, you want to learn to target people of affluence, or at least people of wealthy mindsets. We teach you how to do that. Now, that one little switch in module number 1 can completely take your business to the next level. Getting a customer is one thing. Getting a customer who is socially connected, that'll give you a great testimonial and refer you to all their friends that are also socially connected, that's a big, big deal, and we teach you how to do that. Now, for those of you who are in network marketing, think about this. What are the past profession of the top income earners in your company? Think about that. If you are struggling with credibility, why not use the story of someone who has already done it? What are the past professions? Are they, is the top earner, is he a realtor, a real estate investor, financial planner, construction worker? Why not use that story? And when you have access like a blog, it's actually very, very simple to do. Step number 2, set up your blog. And, tonight I'm not going to get into the, how to technically set it up, because the reality is you shouldn't waste your time with that. You shouldn't waste your time with any kind of technology, because it's a straight commodity now. Technology is a commodity. You can get it so inexpensive. It's just crazy. Today, I saw on odesk.com, set up a WordPress blog, $50. $50. Now, some people try and figure that stuff out. Me, I think my time is worth more than $50. Noah, do you think people's time is worth more than $50?
They better think so.
Yeah, great. Well worded. Well worded. They better think so. Absolutely. Now, we do actually in the full academy, we do show you how to set it up yourself. If you want to, I would just suggest let someone else do it. And now let me ask you this question. I love to ask this question. I'm gonna look down at the. All right, I'm gonna look down. What's the number one reason to have a blog? Someone type it in. What's the number one reason?
All right, guys, come on. Let's see what you got. What's the number one reason to have a blog?
What's the number one reason? What's the main purpose of a blog?
And don't worry, there's no wrong answers here. Let's just see. What do we have? Go ahead.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Yeah, they're coming in now. Here we go.
Give people a reason to come back to your website. Free advertising. Good. Okay. These are some good answers to inform people, to connect with your prospects, interact, provide value. I'm still looking for one. Personal brand. All of these are valid. These are all valid information. These are all valid responses. Personal branding, provide valuable info. Well, here's the reality. The number one reason to have a blog, number one reason, to get leads. That's the number one purpose, is to get leads. All it is it's a mechanism for you to get leads. Now, one of the best ways to get leads is to create a killer giveaway. And so one of the bonuses that I have with the ProBlog Academy is I actually created, okay, check this out. If you've ever struggled with what should I be giving away, have you ever, let me just ask, I want to make sure people are on the same page here. Have you ever been to a website and they say, enter your name and email here and I'll give you something for free? Raise your hands if you've ever been to a website like that. Okay. And, and sometimes it's very compelling, right? Sometimes you're like, man, that is a really cool gift. Well, if you don't have a ton of results, or if you haven't, a ton of credibility or something, you may struggle with, okay, well, what do I give away? Well, we know that that's an issue with some people. So what we actually did is I created 7 killer giveaways within the academy that you can use. Now, if you know what to give away, you want to make sure it is a killer giveaway. You want to create value. Now, people ask me, they're like, well, Ray, what's value? Value is, and you might want to write this down, value is the solving of problems of your target prospect. That's value. You see, a marketer is not what most people classify a marketer as. Is not a salesperson. It is a problem solver. If you want the keys to the kingdom, you become a problem solver. You help someone get what they want, you get what you want. That is solving problems. So that's what you do through your blog. It brands yourself, sets yourself apart. And I'll tell you, I would not want to be the coach or the high-end speaker or author that doesn't have a blog today. Because I'm telling you, they all have blogs. All the top authors, all the top speakers and coaches that I know, they have a blog. Why? Gives you credibility. It's a very easy way to interact with your audience and the people that want to follow you. Very, very powerful for branding. You want to have a blog, absolutely. So step number 3, create content. Now, here's what I did. I used to, before I understood the 5 different ways to come up with content, I used to really struggle with what to talk about. How many are with me? How many have you ever, considered, let me put the hands down. Have you ever considered a blog and then you just like, man, what do I talk about? What do I write about? Anybody? 1 person, 2 people. Okay, cool. So a couple people, everyone else, you got a bunch of authors on here, Noah. That's fantastic. By the way, I am known for giving away things for interaction. Okay, I'm just known. And by the way, how you show up in one thing is how you show up in all things. And so if you're the person that's not really paying attention, watching Dances with the Stars and chatting on Skype and Facebook, you're probably not getting a ton of value out of this. You may want to pay attention because I just may surprise you, 1 or 2 of you. And so create content. You create content by understanding and solving the problems of others. What I did for the non-authors, now I know you have a lot of authors and coaches on here that are fine with content and can write it every day without even thinking about it, which is awesome. Most people aren't like that. But what I did for the non-authors is in module number 2, I spent an entire hour teaching the 5 mechanisms of creating content on a daily basis that does not require creativity. Doesn't require. You see, you have life experiences. And I'll tell you, here's why life experiences is just such a powerful piece of content. The reason life experience works is because people love real. People love real. Look at reality TV. I'm not the biggest fan of reality TV. I'm just like, whatever. I'm not a big fan of TV, period. But a lot of people watch reality TV, I think, for 2 reasons. Number 1, they at least have the perception that it's real. Okay, and that's alluring. And number 2, this is just my own belief. I believe people like reality TV because you get to see people who are more screwed up than you, right? I mean, I that to me, I've seen I've seen people watch like Housewives and and all these different things, and hey, to each their own. But you get to see people, wow, maybe I don't have it so weird, or maybe my family isn't as crazy as I thought, right? But there is some valid marketing points there. People like real. We've all taken it on the chin. We've all been punched in the gut. We've all had, I like what Walt Disney says. He says sometimes a kick in the teeth is the best thing for you. We've all had those moments. Well, guess what? That's what binds us as humans, as human beings. We know that we're real. It's not faking it. It's not, being this uber, guru that is untouchable. It is being real that people actually relate with. Yeah, it's being real, absolutely. Another one, Barnes & Noble. If there were ever a time that I would struggle with content, I actually show you a way to go to Barnes & Noble and just suck down some information real quick. Webinar ebooks. Right now, you're on a webinar. And yes, we have the webinar pack, but you know what? There are tens of thousands of people that want to know branding strategies, that want to know how to get more leads online that aren't on this webinar. Well, why not? Why not blog about the 5 steps of getting more online leads? Why not? And guess what? Students of the ProBlog Academy are invited into our exclusive affiliate club. And you can actually blog about what I'm talking about here tonight and have a little link for your affiliate for ProBlog Academy and earn 40%. Pretty cool. You pull from your digital library. You know, one thing that I've done is I bought every single MP3 that Noah had to offer. Why? Because I'm constantly investing in my digital library. Good marketers have a lot of information at their fingertips, whether MP3 or videos or transcriptions. You want to constantly, if you want to get to the top of your game, constantly invest in your digital library. And then also there are some marketers out there that they hire virtual assistants. And you know, it's probably a good question to ask. How many people, of all the things I've talked about here tonight, how many of you just like someone else to do it? Let's just let someone else write the blogs. Let's just let somebody else do it. This all sounds great, Ray, but let's just have somebody else do it. Okay.
Oh, now the
Holy
hands are
cow.
coming. Whoa! Wow!
Now-
All right.
All right. We
See,
touched
they
a nerve
learned
there.
about delegation. Very nice. Very nice, everybody. Yeah, delegate. Really good.
Well-
Very good.
Well, check this out. I'm actually going to share with you, and you know, this is something that I'm doing special for Noah. He's a good friend of mine, and I'm actually going to share with you a way toward the end of this presentation how you can get your own VA for absolutely free. Now, look at this, Michelle DeMarco. This is a good friend of mine. I met her out in Phoenix, and check this out. And by the way, I mean, it's just so awesome. When I have people. Now, Michelle, she actually does a little bit of ghostwriting. She actually does some ghostwriting for some different people. And she had been still, even as a writer, she was not getting a lot of results from her blog. But when she started and she went through the ProBlog Academy, she was able to see her traffic skyrocket. And she says here, most importantly, I saw my revenue increase by over $2,000 the first month. So cool. And just, let me just ask this. How big would your smile be if you did $2,000 in your very first month? Yeah, that'd be pretty exciting, right? Well, cool. Well, let's get you there. Step number 4, drive traffic. Now, let me ask you this, and sometimes, sometimes I have, Uber marketers on here, and sometimes people are just kind of getting into marketing. How many people have at least heard of the site Fiverr? Have you at least heard of it? And maybe some of you have used it. Okay, a few people. Well, Fiverr is, it's a website that basically you can get almost anyone to do almost anything for $5. So if I wanted someone to dress up, in a Superman costume and go to Noah's house in Ohio and wish him happy birthday, I could probably get it done for $5. Right? I mean, it's weird. It sounds strange. But there are some valid and cool uses on Fiverr. There's a lot of marketers on there that will do backlinks, that will do bookmarks, that will do article spinning and submitting, that will do link wheels and link pyramids and link hubs and all these different crazy things that would take me forever to figure out because I'm just not technical. And so what I actually do is in module number 3, I show you each and every source, every piece of my traffic. You get my traffic blueprint. Every single place that I drive traffic from, you get in your hands. You just follow it like a checklist, like a little Post-it note. You do that with each and every of your websites or your blog posts, and you get consistent traffic. There are valid, uses of Fiverr, and I share those with you. But it helps with social media, with backlinks and bookmarks, with search engine optimization. Very, very powerful. And speaking of traffic, here's my good friend Mike Hobbs. One thing I love about Mike, he is active in the military. He actually works on his home business part-time. Now, he's been through a lot of different training. He says the ProBlog Academy is the best he's ever seen, and his blog traffic increased tenfold. All he did was apply a few steps from module number 3 of ProBlog Academy, and his traffic went through the roof, tenfold, and he is now under 80,000 Alexa ranking in the entire world. Now, for those that don't know, Alexa is not, some pretty young lady. Alexa is the traffic ranking for all websites in the world. They rank each website out there on hundreds of millions, I don't know, maybe billions, I don't know. And so for him to have those kind of results, really, really cool, especially part-time. So step number 5, cash a check. Now, again, you may be thinking, oh, of course, I'm going to cash a check. I'm not going to leave it in the mailbox, right? Well, you have to actually put energy into this. And I have a lot of coaches, I have a lot of speakers that they tell me, man, you know what? People love me. They give me standing ovations. They clap my hands. They give me high fives. But I need to make more money. I need to make more money. Well, part of that is what are you creating? What are you holding with faith and purpose on why you should make a lot of money? And so, some people that maybe you're working on your home business part-time, others are full-time coaches and mentors and speakers. Well, maybe it's one of your goals is to get out of your job. I know a lot of people out there, they work full-time at their job and part-time on their dreams. That's how almost all of us started, at least. Well, maybe that's one of your goals. Maybe that understanding the benefits of that. Not just saying I want to quit my job, but what are you going to do with the time? Are you going to do it to serve humanity? Are you going to do it to teach people something? Are you going to do it to spend more time with your family? Or maybe you're going to go travel. Traveling is one of my absolute passions. And, if money was not an issue, well, just curious, I always like, this is a fun exercise, but if money wasn't an issue, what was the very first place you'd travel to? What's the very first city? It comes right off the top of your head. Where would you go? Where would you travel to? Go ahead and type.
All right, guys. Here we go.
There we go. All right, Venice.
Type it.
Austin, Texas. Okay. That's
must be South by Southwest.
Australia. Very nice. Monaco, Germany.
Monaco. Yeah.
There we go. Awesome.
Oh, this is good.
Awesome. Malaysia, Houston. Houston, man, Texas is really hot right now.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, man. Well,
that's cool.
We'll get you to Texas, right? But maybe you want to spend more time with your family. And one of the most powerful questions you can ask yourself is, what would you do for your parents? If you started generating more leads, more traffic, more sales, and you had money coming in each and every day on autopilot, what would you buy for your parents? What experiences would you buy for your kids? Where would you go, right? And, maybe some of you, maybe there's some different things that you want to buy, some different, cool things, or maybe you'd want to give to your favorite charity. You see, you have to think about these things. You have to actually concentrate, and this is not, some kind of hype or something like that. You have to actually think, why? Why should I make a lot of money? Why should checks come to me each and every day? In fact, these sound like affirmations, don't they? Why do I have huge checks coming to me on a daily basis on Automagic, right?
Love it.
And, and by the way, I'm a student. I write affirmations every single day. They're absolutely awesome. Been doing it, ever since I read The Secret Code of Success. Just curious, how many on here have read Noah's book, The Secret Code of Success? Raise your hand. Cool. Awesome. I'll tell you, the part about understanding the why versus the why not to, that was so powerful. That to me was the most powerful thing in there. But I do write the affirmations and absolutely. So you got to think about that. What would it feel like for you to walk into your favorite charity and they treat you like a VIP? What would that feel like? That would be powerful. I have a friend of mine up in Tampa that he has done so well with his online business that he gives so much to charity. They wrote a full-page article about him. That is cool. I don't care. We all feel good when we give to charities, but I'll tell you, you feel really good when people recognize your contribution to humanity. We all want to do that. Now, some of you, I always know this is the case, but some people have resistance. Okay, they have resistance to making money. They think it's evil. They think it's bad. Money is just a magnifier. That's all it is. Okay, so you've probably, and I certainly have, and you tell me, but you've probably seen someone that was a jerk that got a bunch of money and became a bigger jerk, right? I've yet to see a jerk make a bunch of money and then become a saint. Okay, that doesn't happen. Money is just a magnifier. So if you are someone that you're, like Noah, you're like some of the great trainers and coaches out there that you love to make an impact and help people, guess what? You're going to be able to do that on a grander scale. You're going to be able to do it on a grander scale when you're making money. And so I want to share with you a few new things. Now, a lot of the people that have gone through ProBlog Academy most people are home-based entrepreneurs. Some are in network marketing, some have their own product, some are coaches and speakers, some are authors, right? And so all kinds of different things. Now, Greg, this is someone is not a guru, has not authored a book, has no huge list or anything like that. In fact, what he says here is, and I'm going to scroll down to the second half of his testimonial here. Before the ProBlog Academy, I was completely lost and didn't know where to start. Let me ask you this. If we're being honest, how many people have felt lost with trying to learn internet marketing? Anybody? It's just me? Yeah. We've been frustrated. I mean, I get one email, then I'm behind an email, then I get another email, then I got this webinar, and I got this webinar, I got this course and this ebook. And so, I remember a time when I was so frustrated. I'm just like information overload, and I don't know where to go, where to turn, and each one looks more promising than the last. But, what I love about what Greg says here is he says, check this out, the very first day after I completed the training, I started to generate leads. And in that first week, I sponsored 2 new reps into my company. Now, those of you who are network marketers, or those of you who are selling any kind of product or service, isn't that cool? In your first week, now most courses don't typically operate that way where you get that fast of results, but it did with Greg, and that is what's possible. Now, my friend Dennis here, first page of Google. Now, I can tell you for whatever you're trying to rank, you want to be on the first page of Google. You want to be. You get, the ratio of traffic that the first page gets, then the second page, or the third, or the fourth, is astronomical. And so Dennis was able to get on the first page of Google for multiple of his keywords for his niche. Unbelievable, just so awesome. You also have my buddy Kenneth. Now, Kenneth, another network marketer, in his first week with only 2 blog posts, he got his very first primary sign up from his blog. Now that is his first sign up ever. How cool is that? And I'll tell you, a sign up or a sale, like let's say you're selling a product or a service or coaching service or something like that. One sale isn't going to change your life, but your first sale does. It absolutely does. Your first, okay? Now, if you're already making a bunch of sales and you make one more, it's probably not going to change your life. But I love what Brendan Burchard said. Brendan Burchard says version 1.0 is infinitely better than 0.0.
That's good.
Right? I mean, it's so true. Your first sale, so if you're already making sales, we're just going to help show you how to make more. And so the question is, would you like to be my next success story? I did this presentation. Raise your hand if you'd like to be Noah or I's next success story where we feature you, talk all about you. Last Thursday, Noah, I did this presentation on a webinar. We had to, we maxed out GoTo, and we actually had to live stream it. 2,500 people, one webinar. In one webinar. That's how hot this topic is. That's why I know we have a winner, because so many people, they want to be blogging, they want to be getting online traffic and leads and sales, but they just aren't sure exactly how to do that. And that's why we created the ProBlog Academy. And so what the ProBlog Academy actually does is it helps you with more time and money. It works in any niche. I have dentists, I have chiropractors, I have $1 million speakers, I have coaches, I have a ton of network marketers. It's a great match for any product, whether you're health and wellness, whether you are a life coach, no matter where you are, okay? It does give you an absolute competitive advantage. And in fact, I actually share with you how it can be totally done for you. And so in module number 1, like I've talked about, I do 2 main things. The 2 biggest things I do in module number 1 is I teach you the prospect target matrix so you come up with your exact perfect avatar, your exact perfect target prospect. Then I help you with your persuasion shell. Now the persuasion shell is a strategy, a methodology where you can get more social media sharing. You can get more comments. And let me tell you, I wrote a blog 10 days ago, okay? 10 days ago, and using my persuasion shell, I got 180 people that added me to their Google Plus circles in under 24 hours. How did I do that? You see, and by the way, they did it with a smile on their face. Why? Because it's all about value. I teach you how to strategically use giveaways on your blog to get, and by the way, that blog post now has 240 comments. 10 days, 240 comments. None of that is pay-per-click. I teach you how to give value and use giveaways strategically in module number 1. Module number 2, and let me be very clear, if you are a creative author, if you're the J.K. Rowling, if you're just amazing at creating content, you can skip module number 2. Skip right past it and go to module number 3, which is on traffic. But for those of you who may struggle with what to actually write about, you're not sure why would someone listen to me, I spend an entire hour teaching you 5 strategies to continuously and effortlessly come up with content on a daily basis. Module number 3, I reveal every single source of my traffic. every single place that I get traffic from, you get to witness. You look over my shoulder, I show you exactly, I click this button, I click this button, I flip this switch, I turn this dial, and then I have traffic, and so can you. Module number 4, we talk all about conversions. How do you take, now that you're getting traffic, now that you're getting leads, how do you turn them into clients? How do you turn them into signups or sales or whatever it is that your product or service dictates? Now, this fast track system, this alone is a retail value of $597. Now, right now, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about it, but right now we're in what's called our launch. You know, people and companies do launches so they can get massive testimonials, get a lot of people a ton of value. On Thursday, this system alone will be $597. You'll be able to pick it up for $597 on Thursday and beyond, and without any kind of bonuses. Now, I have a lot of bonuses with the ProBlog Academy. One of them is live coaching calls. You're able to get on a webinar just like this. We're doing 4 of them in the month of June. Now, if you can only make 2 or 3 of them, you get all of the recordings. You don't have to worry about that. But the reason that I put this in here is because I know people have custom questions. There's coaches and mentors and authors. They're going to ask different questions than network marketers, than internet marketers, than affiliates. Okay, they're going to be different questions there. You get 4 full coaching calls where you get to ask your questions and get answers from me, not my business manager, not my virtual assistant. You get answers from me. That is a retail value of $297. You also get our on-demand digital vault. Remember how I'm constantly investing in my digital library, constantly acquiring new information so I have it at my fingertips? That's what smart marketers do. Okay? You get to gain access to all of the recordings to listen to whenever and wherever you are. And so what we did, like there are some people that prefer video. Everything's in video. There are some people that prefer MP3. Everything's in MP3, and we even transcribed everything for you. So if there's ever a time where you wanted to, read or listen or watch, all of it is there for you, and that's a retail value of $97. We also threw in lifetime access to our ProBlog Academy Mastermind. For some of you, this may be the most important thing that you'll gain access to tonight, and that is you get to interact with other entrepreneurs on the same exact journey as you. You get to post your content, get real feedback, and just to be full disclosure here, there's no monthly fees with this. That's a retail value of $99. You also get done for you lead magnets. And I talked about this. If you've ever struggled to have giveaways, if you've ever struggled with what to actually give away on your blog to get people to trade you their information, we know that that's an issue with people, so we created them. We created 7 different giveaways for you to plug in and use at your convenience. That we could sell that all day long for $195 on its own. That is just one of the bonuses that you get by investing in the ProBlog Academy. You also get my Email Riches course. This is a 1 webinar series where you get to watch step by step how I email my list. What words do I use? How, and this is a real, I think the biggest tip you'll get out of the Email Riches webinar is how do I manipulate links so that it gets more people to click? That's a huge one. A lot of people, they send emails, but they barely get any opens, they barely get any clicks. How do I manipulate links so that you can get more clicks? Because if you're emailing and you're not getting clicks, you're wasting your time. But you get this course, it's $97, and so here's all the different things. And by the way, if you want to follow along and just kind of see what we're talking about, whether you decide to invest in the ProBlog Academy or whether you're just following along, go to noahrecommends.com. That's NoahRecommends.com. NoahRecommends.com, and you can kind of follow along. You get the fast track system. You get the live coaching calls. You get the follow-up Q&A sessions. These are recorded calls. The on-demand digital vault. You get my ProBlog Academy Mastermind lifetime access, the done-for-you lead magnets, and you get my Email Riches course. And so every single thing that I'm giving you tonight is over $2,000 in value. And so let me just ask this question, okay? Let me just ask you a question here. If all this system did was it helped you get leads every single day on autopilot and start getting consistent checks in your mailbox just from online traffic, would it be worth $2,000? Yeah. I mean, absolutely. Well, let me ask you this. If all the system did was helped you get connected with the right people in your industry, and you get asked to be in magazines, you get asked to be on stages, would that be worth $2,000?
Hmm.
Yeah.
No question. No question.
There's just no question, right? Well, here's the cool thing. The real world value is over $2,000, but tonight you can get every single thing that I talked about here tonight for not $2,000, but for $297. Now, the reason that we put it at $297 is because I know that we're in an economy where not everyone has access to $2,000 additional dollars to invest in their future. But I know anyone that really wants it can gain access for $297. Anyone that really wants it will come up with $297. And in fact, we even made it a little bit easier. We actually have it where if it's more simple for you to do 2 payments, you can do 2 payments. So it's $297 or 2 payments of $167. That's for all of the bonuses that I've talked about here tonight. And I believe now I have been someone that I have bought so many courses. Let me just ask you this. Show of hands. Have you bought a lot of courses out there? Let me see some hands here. Yeah, absolutely. You know what? I've bought a lot of courses. I've bought a lot of trainings. I've gone to a lot of events. And you know what? Sometimes they're fantastic. Other times, not as fantastic, right? And so I believe in this so much, and I really respect Noah and what he represents in this industry. What I'm doing is I believe in this so much that I'm giving you my 100% risk-free, ironclad money-back guarantee. What that means is that you can try the complete system for a full 30 days. And if you aren't blown away at how easy and simple it is to follow, if you don't see this as, oh my goodness, I wish I had this in my business, 10 years ago or 6 months ago, if you don't see it as the very best training you've ever laid your eyes on, you have a 100% no questions asked money back guarantee. Now, that is ironclad. I mean, if you go through this, and I want this for you. I want you to be able to invest in yourself and get this system and go through it. And if you go into the system and you even get to module number 2 and you only go through 2 modules and you don't think it's mind-blowing training that is really easy to follow, tell me about it. I want that feedback, but I want this for you. This is something that you can absolutely change your financial career with this. And so what if, I always like, if I'm going to be committed to helping people make a difference out there in the world, I want to make this as irresistible to you as possible. What if I could do a little bit better? Well, those who take action, you're going to get everything that I talked about here tonight, but you're also going to get 2 tickets to the Pro Marketing Summit. Now, the Pro Marketing Summit is being held July 28th and 29th this year, next month, in Orlando, Florida. July 28th and 29th. This is, tickets for you and a guest. This is going to be one of the biggest marketing events ever. Ever. I mean, there's so many big speakers, so many strong network marketers, so many strong internet marketers. It's going to be one of the biggest events of all time. Now, some people, hey, we know not everyone's going to be able to make it, okay? Yes, they are transferable. You can sell them. You can give them away to teammates or clients. I think a client would feel pretty darn special if you gave them 2 tickets for this thing. You can, again, sell them. You can use them as a blog giveaway. You can use them as an email contest if you can't make it. But some of the speakers here is Eric Worre. Now, for those that don't know, Eric Worre has made over $15 million in the network marketing industry. Mark Hoverson has made over $12 million in the internet marketing industry. Michelle Pescosolito, she's known as the Facebook Queen. She is the best Facebook pay-per-click trainer on planet Earth. Diane Hockman. And Noah, you actually had the chance to meet Diane. Isn't she awesome?
Mm-hmm. Amazing.
Yeah. I mean, she's one of the best attraction marketers on the planet. Tim Irway, CEO of a huge company, going to be speaking there, and myself. Now, these 2 tickets alone are worth right around $2,000. Now, I just came from an event. that I paid over $2,000. And actually, Noah was one of the speakers. I paid over $2,000 to attend that.
That's right.
It's just crazy. So this is a retail value of over $2,000 that you get tonight. You're also going to get, now this, when I told, Magnetic Sponsoring, which is the company that I partnered with to provide this content, when I told them I was going to do this, they were blown away. So those who take action, you actually going to get a personal blog review by me. Okay, now let me give you full disclosure here. You got to go through the 4 core. You got to go through the 4 core because I give you recommendations of what dials to turn so that you get maximum efficiency out of your blog. So you get maximum leads, maximum traffic, maximum sales. Once you're through the 4 core modules, you don't have to go through all the bonuses. Okay, once you go through the 4 core, you get to redeem your free blog review. Now, I get asked to look at blogs and websites all the time. Look at their copywriting, look at their giveaway, look at their pictures and how they laid out their biography. I get asked to do that all the time. You get your personal blog review for absolutely free. Now, some of you told me that you would rather someone do it for you. Okay. Now, I knew that was coming. I know that there's a lot of people out there that, hey, they dig all this stuff, but hey, let's just work less and make more. So what I did is I partnered, and this is the first time, I've never, ever, ever, ever seen someone give this away. Okay. This is not some digital download. What I did is I communicated with a gentleman named Michael Hollican that runs a virtual assistant company. What he specializes in is connecting virtual assistants with people to maximize their efficiency. And so he actually does a personality test. He does a needs assessment, and he matches you with the perfect virtual assistant for you and your business. And so what I've gotten Michael to agree to, okay, what I've gotten him to agree to is to actually give you 1 month, 40 hours of your very own virtual assistant. Okay. Now, any student that invests in themselves and get the Pro Blog Academy, you're getting a full virtual assistant for 40 hours for absolutely free. Now, let's think about that for a second. How can that possibly make sense? Well, let me tell you, the reason Michael is doing it is because he hopes that you like a virtual assistant so much that you stay on his service. Now, that makes sense, right? And so he hopes that you see such benefit from this VA that you decide to stick with him. But does that mean that you're committed? Does that mean you're bound by a contract? The answer is no. And so, well, Ray, could I have my virtual assistant set up my blog? Yes. Well, Ray, could I have the virtual assistant create a Facebook page for me? Yes. Well, Ray, could they handle my social media? Yes. Could they help me with customer service calls? Yes. They could do all those things. You get 40 full hours of a virtual assistant, your very own, for you. And that's all included with the system. And so your Pro Blog Academy, you get everything that I talked about here tonight, the 2 tickets, you get the Quick Start Blog Review, you get the virtual assistant. That's well over $5,000 worth of value. Over $5,000 worth of value. And again, if you want to see these, you can go to noahrecommends.com. And you're not going to pay $5,000. You're only going to invest $297 into yourself and your future, or 2 payments of $167. Now, I want to tell you one especially cool thing is those of you who go to noahrecommends.com, you're going to see some bonuses that are actually sold out. Okay? There are, I believe, 3 bonuses that are sold out, and the VA does sell out tonight. I think you understand that we just can't give away 40-hour VAs forever. There's not an unlimited supply of them, right? And so, but any bonus tonight that you see at noahrecommends.com, anything that you see that's sold out, because Noah is such a close friend of mine, you're actually going to get those bonuses that others are missing out on. You get every single bonus. Now, I know that, people, not everyone has $2,000 or $5,000 or $10,000 to invest in themselves, but everyone who really wants it can come up with $297 to invest in their future. But what if I could do just a little bit better? Let me ask you this question. I always like to see the hands here. How many of you would invest in yourself if you could get every single thing I talked about here tonight for free? How many would do that? How How many does that sound like a good deal? Okay.
All right. There we go.
What's the catch, right? Well, let me share it with you. Okay. When you invest in the ProBlog Academy, when you get your download and you become a student of the Academy, you get invited to our student-only affiliate program. This student-only affiliate program, when you refer 3 people, now some of you are coaches and mentors, and you can just send one email and you got 3. When you refer 3 people, your system is free. And so that is everything that you get here tonight. Go to noahrecommends.com. By the way, check out some of the other testimonials. We have people that are in fact, let me let's see if I can manage this without hurting myself here. Let's take a look at this. Here, I want to show you a couple. So here's everything that you get. You got Michelle DeMarco. You saw her testimony. Here's that 100% satisfaction guarantee. Well, Ray, what if I get into the system and I just can't follow the training? Hey, 100% risk-free money-back guarantee. Your Module 1, where I talk about the prospect target matrix, I talk about the persuasion shell. Here's for the no authors allowed content creation module, right? Module number 3, all about traffic. Module number 4, converting. And I just want to share with you, let's see, I want to share with you a couple of these testimonials. Anything that you see that's sold out, you actually are getting when you go through Noah's link. Check this out. One gentleman, he even posted his traffic results, which I thought was really cool. Look at all these testimonials. It's just crazy. Look at this guy. I love this guy. This is my good friend Bill Solano. Look at that. Is that a good increase in traffic?
That's amazing.
That's amazing. Not bad, right? That's not bad.
Amazing.
And so, we have people that are getting crazy traffic, crazy leads. It's just unbelievable and just so cool. So, Noah, I don't know if you'd like to add anything here, but I'll turn it back over to you. And then if people have questions, I'm certainly more than happy to answer them.
Well, first of all, Ray, I'm so excited by what you're sharing with us tonight, what you've shared with us, and I just want to say to everybody attending that I had the opportunity to take an earlier version of this course, ProBlog Academy, and it was just tremendous. And I mean, I got to be just very transparent here. I mean, that had probably, I'm going to guess, like a third of what you have here now, Ray. I mean, I don't know if that's an accurate number, but I'm just saying what you've given here is so awesome and huge. And I want to say to everybody that, Ray is not just a great marketer. He's not just a great person and a great father, a great husband. I mean, he's just a guy you'd want to hang out with anyway. But he's also, and this is very, very rare among great marketers, he's a great teacher. And when I say a great teacher, he is the kind of person that takes you step by step. It's not one of those teachers that you go, okay, now do that, and okay, go do it. And you're like, what did you just say? I don't even know where. Ray is like, he teaches like I'm not a technical genius. I'm not a whatever. I mean, I need help. And there's so many times where I've taken classes, and I know, I'm sure many of you have, and you get through module 1, you're like, what did he just say? And I mean, okay, yeah, he taught me something, but I don't even get it. And you never have that, at least I didn't. I never have that experience with Ray. I mean, I can't speak for anybody else, but let's just put it this way, I'm unbelievably picky. I mean, you guys know me well enough. Everybody who's here, you're all, from my list. You've been with me for a while, or even if it's a long time or short time. You know that I'm just unbelievably picky because, you guys deserve that. You're on my list. I take that very seriously. I take my responsibility to you very, very seriously. And quite frankly, that's why, people are very loyal. I've had people on my list since the 90s. I've been online since 1997, and I have people on my list that long. So, I mean, that's because I put you guys first and your needs, your desires. You guys have told me, hey, I want more leads. I want more cash in my pocket, more of those checks, and increase my rankings, etc. You may not have put it in, I want higher or better Alexa rankings. That's a specific term that maybe some of you didn't even know before tonight. But that's a very specific way to measure. Is my message getting out to the world? When you have a great Alexa ranking, the answer is yeah, it's getting out there. So Ray is, I just want to speak to Ray, his abilities as a teacher. that is one of the main reasons that I invited him to do this special webinar. This is an exclusive webinar that he's giving to you guys. So this is an amazing opportunity. And by the way, I just want to say this, and this might come out weird, but when I saw the price of this, Ray, and I don't think I've shared this with you, but when I saw the price, I swear I thought it was a typo.
Yeah.
I'm like, because I saw everything that he was going to give, and then he said $297. I'm like, well, that can't be right. I mean, that's insane. Why would you only charge $297? It should be twice, five times. Maybe not five times, but I mean, it should be like $2,000 what he's giving. I mean, just that the tickets alone, you saw that to the event is $2,000. So I mean, I'm like, are you serious? $297? You got to be nuts. I mean, and maybe I shouldn't say that, but I mean, wow, that is nuts. It's like because of the value here, guys. I mean, anyway, I mean, I could really go on and on. I think you can sense, that I'm not just here doing this because, of whatever. I mean, you guys, again, just to be very transparent again. Look, I get approached every day by people saying, hey, Noah, can you promote this? Can you promote that? Can you promote this? Can you promote that? And the answer is no. I mean, like 99 pounds out of 100 answers no, because just the value isn't there. When Ray offered this and, he contacted me and said, here's what we're doing, I said, you got to be kidding me. And of course I'll do it. And because of who he is and what he's bringing to the table. Anyway, I think you get the idea. I could go on and on. I can't recommend this highly enough. That's why it's noahrecommends.com. And I mean, that's awesome, it. So man. I mean, and again, I just want to thank you, Ray, for having those bonuses available. I mean, when you go to noahrecommends.com, for everybody listening, I mean, you'll see the bonuses are crossed out. They're sold out. You can't get them. But Ray has very, very generously made them available because you guys are on my list. So that is now, again, at the time of this recording, Ray, and we are recording tonight, so some of you may be watching this on a replay or whatever. We do have a time limit on that. I'm assuming there has to be some kind of a time limit. So could you just speak to that for those of you going, oh, I got to talk to my spouse, my significant other, I got to think about it.
Well, that's it's one thing to understand that we have that 30-day risk-free ironclad money-back guarantee, so that if if you're not sure, I would suggest that you get the system, you go through an hour of it, 1 hour. If at the end of 1 hour you don't think it's amazing, then hey, shoot me an email. Now, there's a lot more than an hour in it, obviously, but you'll be able to tell if you resonate with my teaching style or not. And by the way, you may not even know this, Noah, but Noah, do you remember when you invited me up to Ohio for that mastermind, and I spoke for 4 hours on attraction marketing?
Absolutely, of course.
Well, guess what? That's one of the bonuses.
Beautiful. So that's the video from there?
No, it's the audio. Remember, I had a little audio recorder.
That's right.
This was
holy cow. Okay, is that what that is? Because I'm like, man, that sounds really good. That was at my event.
That was at your event, exactly.
And it's awesome. Oh my God, people were like tackling him in the hallway, saying that was fantastic. I mean, I'm exaggerating slightly, but wow, that was. I mean, I was taking furious notes. I'm like, oh my God, this is awesome content, and it was tremendous. So I love that you're offering that. That is great.
And every single person there, Noah, paid $1,500 per head to be there.
Well, actually, it's $2,000. You can change that. It was $2,000.
Oh, is it $2,000? Okay, I'm gonna have to change that. It was $2,000.
Yeah, it was. It was $2,000.
But
so then we just added another $500 to the value.
Yeah, you get those. You get those.
Oh, that was an amazing presentation.
Yeah, thank you, man. I really appreciate that.
I love that. I mean, yes, beautiful.
I do want to answer. There's a great question here. And first of all, people, I think Karen, your answer, she was asking for the link. The link is noahrecommends.com. But Janice is asking some good questions here. Janice just started learning real estate investing, and she needs buyers, sellers, and investors. You also mentioned the virtual assistant can handle social media, Twitter, Facebook, etc. The answer is yes to all of those. Now, as a former real estate investor, I think the blog review that I do for you will be very, very good, because I know that industry so well. I'm very, very in tune with real estate investing, and I can help you with that. But absolutely, this course is, and that's why step number one is identify your target prospect. My target prospect is going to be different from someone else's. And so we teach you the prospect target matrix so that whoever you want to target, you're going to be able to understand how to do that. So we teach how exactly to target exactly who you want. And yes, the VA can handle your social media, Twitter, Facebook, etc. And again, just so it's full disclosure, my buddy Michael is hoping that you keep a VA on. He's hoping that you choose and you say, hey, this makes sense for me to do. And but you don't have to. It's not a contract, right? You get 40 hours of a VA to use however you wish. It could be setting up your blog. It could be setting up your Facebook fan page. It could be setting up Twitter. It could be doing some images for you. Whatever. All I know is if you got and by the way, you start when you want. You don't have to start tonight. You don't have to get the system. You got to get the system tonight, or at least before Wednesday at midnight, because that is when all the bonuses go away and the price doubles. And so but you don't have to use the VA right away. You can use it, if July is more convenient, if August is more convenient, the timer starts when you start. And so it's 40 hours, it's up to a month. You get that for absolutely free.
Now, I just want to share with everyone that I did share in your chat a clickable link there. If you want to use that just in the chat, noahrecommends.com, there's a clickable link right there that I shared in your chat box with everybody. You can just use that link right there, noahrecommends.com, in case you were trying to click, which I've done before. I tried to click a webinar screen, and that actually does not work. So that's how technical savvy I am. How come that's not working? It's like using the whiteout on the screen. I think I've graduated from that. But anyway, so yeah, that's right there, the clickable link. Ray, there was I did see another question here from somebody. We have had a lot of great questions, but one of them is, how long does it take? Let's say I go through your course, and let's just say I'm brand new or something. I mean, how long is this all going to take in order to get everything up and running, and you're going to see increases, et cetera?
Well, that just depends. I mean, you've already seen the testimonials of people that got sales and signups, and and even I don't know if you guys saw this one, but my good friend Amanda, she's an author over in the UK, and let me scroll. I got when you have all these bonuses, it takes you forever to scroll to testimonials. That's the only problem. We need fewer bonuses, right? But here, where is she? Here she is. Look at this. Because I know someone said that they had a book that they were promoting. Just generated a sale for my book and 3 leads. She had been blogging for a while, very unsuccessfully. And she reverted to pay-per-click. She wasn't happy with that either. And she went through Module 1. Module 1 is roughly an hour, maybe an hour, 10 minutes. She went through one module and had generated a sale for her book and 3 leads. Now, if you're using books smartly, you know that they're kind of a loss leader. You may make a few bucks here and there, but really it's to get people into your funnel so that they want your coaching, so that they want your audio programs, so that they want your 3-day event or 2-day event, etc. It is usually used as kind of a loss leader or a very low profit kind of product to get people into the funnel. That's what most people do, and so that's pretty cool that they did that. And by the way, Noah, we have someone asking. What does a blog look like? Noah, refresh my memory. What's your blog? Where's that at?
NoahSt.Johnblog.com.
Yes, because some people on here, you may have been to a blog and you didn't know it was an actual blog. And so, here's Noah's blog, and look at this. He's got a killer giveaway here, free video series. If you don't have this, I would definitely get this. What a handsome young man there. And
yeah, that's a gorgeous picture, isn't it?
and so, but look how smart look how smart he is. Do you think people would come back to this because of the way it's set up? Yeah, I mean, he puts new content out. People come and check it out. This is a blog, and we teach you exactly how to set this up very quickly, or have someone set it up for you. And we teach you all that. And so, very simple to walk through, very simple to set up, and it works for you.
Well, I've learned so much from you, Ray, in terms of blogging, in terms of internet marketing, online marketing, and things like that. I always have you when I am writing my blogs. I always have you in my head, and things that I've learned from you. So honestly, I'm really excited about this course. When I heard you were going to offer it, that's why I wanted to make sure all of my folks on my list would be introduced to you, would hear about you, and again, I really just want to thank you for this tremendous. It is an amazing offer. I think it's just amazing. Honestly, and I can say this. I know Ray can't say this, but I think anybody who is here listening would be crazy not to take advantage of this. And he has the money back guarantee. But my gosh, I don't know. This is it's an awesome value. I can't say enough about it, Ray, and I'm just truly impressed.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to take it. I'm excited about it. So everybody, really, please do. If you're not already there, go to noahrecommends.com. Click that Add to Cart button. If you need to do the 2-payment option, he's got that available. It's right there. But honestly, I remember several years ago when I was tens of thousands of dollars in credit card debt. I was working out of my parents' basement, and I had no money. I was a total chick magnet at the time, of course, and that's what we call sarcasm. Anyway, and so my point is, I remember I wanted to take a class. There was this one class that this one marketer was offering, and it was $2,000, and oh my God, might as well have been $1 million,
Right.
Because I had no money. I was totally maxed out, all credit cards and debt and all this stuff, and honestly, somehow I did find a way to do it. Thank God he had a payment plan. But I mean, it was awful to come up with that 2,000. But when I look back on it, that was really the beginning of what turned my life around to having the life that I have right now. And I've since gone on to make a heck of a lot of money and help my clients make a lot of money. My point is, Ray's program here is only $297. I mean, it's $300. I'm
Right.
like, are you kidding me? This is nuts. It's insanely cheap. And I mean, I don't know about you and everybody listening, but my gosh, I don't know. I like a good deal. I like things on sale. I like things
Amen.
getting things cheap. I like saving money. I like keeping money in my pocket, And wow, I mean, so this price is going to go up tomorrow at the time of this recording. Again, if you're listening to the replay, I hope you get in fast. I really hope the doors are still open and the price is still there. If not, again, I'll just be very clear here. It's worth it at twice the price. If you're getting there and it is the $497 or whatever the price may be, I think you should still sign up. But I mean, my gosh, for all of you who are here, you just honestly be nuts not to at least try it. This is Ray Higdon. He's a great guy. He's a great teacher. There's just not many people in this industry that I can say that about. There's probably there's a handful that I could actually say that with full disclosure and transparency and say he's a great person, a great marketer, and a great teacher. I mean, there's a handful, and you're it. I mean, you're on that very short list, Ray. So
Thank you, man. And you are too. I mean, I talk about you in so many different events that I train at and suggest to people to go through your training and get the secret code of success. And I'm honored that you give me so many accolades and just excited. I'm excited for the people. And one thing that you said that really resonated with me is that I don't just leave people to hang. I mean, in the actual course, I give you my email address. I give you access to me because I want to, I want to help people that want to help themselves. And so absolutely, if I would suggest, if this resonates with you, whether you can use it, here in the next 2 days, whether you can use it in a year, the content, I specifically did it in a way that it will remain relevant. Learning to identify your target prospect will always be relevant. The utilization of a virtual assistant, you can start that whenever you want. It doesn't have to be tomorrow or next week or next month. You start it whenever you want. That's your choice. The MP3s are timeless. The way to do attraction marketing online so people are attracted to you, it's timeless because it all revolves around solving the problems of other people, and that's the big thing that we teach, exactly how to do that.
Well, Ray, I mean, I don't know what else there is to say. I mean, if you're not convinced already, my gosh,
Right.
I don't know what more we could do. I mean, unless Ray, you could drive over to people's house and click the mouse for them. But I mean, my gosh, other than that, I think you've got it. No, go
Awesome.
to noahrecommends.com. Uh, just get in. I mean, there's just nothing else to say. I can't recommend it highly enough. You guys know that I'm unbelievably picky. I get asked, dozens of times every day, will you promote this and that? And 99 times out of 10, it's no. And Ray Higdon is, one of the ones that I go, absolutely, hands down, no questions asked. He's a great guy, great teacher. So go to noahrecommends.com, click the add to cart button, get in whether you need to do the payment plan. My God, I wish there had been something this cheap when I was in the basement. I mean, wow, that would have been handy. But no, I had to pay $2,000. So
Right.
it's awesome. It's awesome. Yep, there's the add to cart button right there. And oh my gosh, just get in, and hopefully I'll see you guys at that event. I mean, I look
Yeah.
forward to seeing you guys there, and give me a big hug, and give Ray a hug. He's a warm, terrific guy, as you can already tell. So Ray, anything else? I think we got it. But
Yeah, absolutely.
great job tonight.
I'm excited for your students and your friends here that decide to take action and invest in themselves. And I will see you all in our mastermind, and I'll see you in module number 1. And I'm excited to see some of your results. I want these testimonials. Please keep them coming.
Yeah. Absolutely, and I know that we'll definitely hear more. And I want my peeps, you guys, I want you to be on this page. I want to be able to say, "Ha, that's one of my that's one of my lists." And so for everybody who is signing up right now, congratulations on taking action. It's going to be a great move for you. Ray wouldn't be here if I didn't think it would be. So again, noahrecommends.com. This is last call for this webinar. We will have the recording up, but again, I encourage you to just sign up right now. Go ahead, save money, keep some money in your pocket. Why not? If it's after this deadline, it's still worth it. It really is, even at the $497 price. But hey, why not save $597? How you doing? So yeah, oh wow, okay, never mind, $597. So that's okay. See, another $100. So, all right, everybody. Well, listen, it's been great talking with you. Thanks for all your comments, questions, and your feedback, your energy. It was great. So for Ray Higdon and Pro Blog Academy, this is Noah St. John signing off. And until next time, I believe in you, and I look forward to hearing your success story. Bye-bye,
Awesome.
everybody.
Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
The organizer has ended the session.